January movies. Why? Why do you have movies like this? What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is my review for the new horror film, The Turning. This movie was directed by Floria Sigismondi, and it stars Mackenzie Davis and Finn Wolfhard. It's based on the book, The Turning of the Screw. It's about a young woman who becomes a stay-at-home nanny for two young kids, and as she's living in this grand, luxurious mansion with these thoroughbred kids, weird things start to happen. She starts to see things, and she is wondering if it's real or if it's all in her head. Man, this movie's terrible. It's trash. It's so bad. I recommend no one watch this film. Alright, I'm going to try to make this review as quick as possible because I really don't want to talk about this movie because there are so many other movies I'd rather talk about in depth. Let me talk about the things that I liked in this movie, which there's not a lot of things that I liked. Number one, Mackenzie Davis. I like her a lot as an actress. I think she's really talented in this movie. I think with what they give her, script-wise, I think she does a good job. Finn Wolfhard, I actually do like him in this film. I've seen other people say, oh no, he's very flat, very wooden. He plays kind of a one-dimensional character, but he's supposed to. I mean, with what the script gives him, I think he knocks it out of the park. I think this kid is absolutely fantastic as an actor, and I cannot wait to see the better things he does with his career. That being said, let's get into all of the issues with this movie. First big issue I have with this film, the setting in the 90s makes zero sense. Doesn't matter. You could have this movie thrown in 1850. You could have this movie thrown in 2057 for all I care. This movie being placed in the 90s has nothing to do with the film, and it never impacts the story whatsoever. We see Kurt Cobain has died. That's it. If they didn't throw that little nitbit in there, everyone would think, oh, it's from 2019. Like, that's the setting, or 2020. Nope, 1990s. Not even that big of an issue. Let me get into another issue that I have with this film. This movie, is it a horror movie? No. I don't even want to call it a horror movie because horror inclines that this movie causes one to feel tense, causes one to feel scared. Did I ever feel tense during this movie? No. No, it was boring. This is a boring drudge of a film. I was ready to just walk out of the theater after 15, 20 minutes. I couldn't believe how slow this movie was, and every single time that they tried to set up tension, it was so fake and it was so stupid. It was so stupid because it's so boring of a movie that they try to throw in this tension with this house. Like, how creepy can a house really be? Honestly. That's my question to you, Hollywood. Stop making movies where, oh, in this house, these creepy, crazy things happen. Like, you obviously don't know how to sell it well at all to an audience, and it's boring. Walking around in these halls, sorry, not very interesting. That's the entire movie. She's walking around in this house, going into this room when she hears a noise, and then going into the basement when she hears this noise, and it's stupid. It's so stupid. You know what it feels like? It feels like the movie tries to make space a way of creating tension when it doesn't do anything. It does nothing. Really, like, all of the empty space that this movie has makes this movie feel just as boring and just as slow and predictable and stupid than any other movie that has somebody walking on a street for 2 hours talking. That's how I felt watching this movie. There's also, let me just say this, okay? Because I cannot get this out of my mind. Watching this movie, right in the beginning, you get to see Mackenzie Davis's character, okay? She interacts with her mom. Her mom gives her this object. I'm not going to specify which object it is. It doesn't even matter because I don't think you should watch this movie anyway. It's a waste of time. She gives Mackenzie Davis's character this object, okay? You think because they made such a big deal about this object that it's going to play a part in the future of the movie. And it never gets brought up again. You see it in one shot. After that, nothing. Nothing. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. This movie has no idea what it wants to be, and it has no idea of how to create tension. It has no idea of how to use objects effectively, have charged objects in a film. Because what was the purpose of spending 2 minutes with the mom giving her this object and making a big deal about it? There was no purpose whatsoever. You could have thrown that out of the movie and no one would have even thought differently. And here's the biggest issue with this movie, okay? This all happens throughout the runtime of the film. So about hour 25 minutes in, you're already kind of fed up with this movie. It's boring, slow, stupid, not scary, doesn't really know what it wants to be. All of a sudden, the last 10 minutes of this movie, it's like, all of a sudden they're like, oh, let's do something different. Let's make this movie artsy. Let's throw a little spin on all of this. And it's so stupid. Like, the movie becomes artistic. It's almost like the director's kind of like forcing her hand at trying to kind of create something unique and make people think and ponder, especially with the way that this movie ends. And you don't think at all, because who cares? Who cares about any of this? Because you realize that what she's trying to prove is, well, maybe she's crazy after all. She's not actually seeing all this stuff. I don't care. I'm done. I already checked out the first 10 to 15 minutes of this movie. I'm done. You can't sell me anymore. And this movie, it feels like they were really trying to make this movie a PG-13 movie to make more money, because they cut away at all of the very good moments that could have actually created any type of lingering suspense in this film. Don't go see it. It's a waste of time, and it is a horrible movie that I'm sure is probably going to make a lot of bottom 10 on a lot of 2020 rankings. So anyway, guys, what did you think of The Turning? Let me know down below in the comment section of this video. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.